What's up, y'all? It's your guy, eBay Fight Predictions in the building, and this is your Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Stephen Thompson. Break it down. Wonder Boy is back, baby. This is a great fight. Respect to Thompson for taking this fight. Shavkat Rakhmonov has said it for the longest time. He's the uncrowned champ. Both Leon and Colby are my boys, but run from this guy. Shavkat's really great. But I do think Stephen Thompson still has something left in the tank to make this fight a really interesting fight. I do think stylistically, on the feet, this could be really super competitive, and I think Wonder Boy has the edge here on the feet. On the ground, I think Shavkat should be able to take him down and dominate, and I think that's going to be the story of this fight. We haven't really seen Shavkat truly go out there and take guys down and really just stomp on them. He has incredible ground and pound, but he hasn't shown chain wrestling. And the one time I felt like he should have wrestled a lot was against Jeff Neal, and he had an issue getting that fight to the ground. One of the better fights of the year, by the way. But Jeff Neal, I mean, has incredible takedown defense at the same time, so no shame there. He's not a guy that's very easily taken down and controlled, so yeah, you can't be mad at him for that. But nonetheless, though, the wins he has, Jeff Neal, Neil Magny, Carlson Harris, Michelle Perez, Alex Oliveira. He's developing a pretty good resume for himself, and a signature win over Stephen Thompson, I think gets him a top 5 fight. Obviously, I don't know who he would fight. I don't know if it's the loser of Colby and Leon. If Leon loses, for sure they'll book that fight. And I'd love to see that fight, but I don't think if Colby lost, he'd fight Colby. I don't believe that. I don't know if Usman's willing to fight him at welterweight. I don't know if Usman's done with welterweight. I don't know. Gilbert Burns, that's a fight that they probably should make. But and obviously Bilal Muhammad, I think he's probably going to fight for the belt. So so that's kind of like where Shavkat's stuck here. I know this is a good fight for him, but I mean, after this, what does he do? You know, kind of thing. That's kind of my biggest question here. Is this a title shot fight for him? That's kind of the thing I'm starting to think. They might just give him the title shot off the bat off of this. So this is how important this fight could be. Same thing with Stephen Thompson. I think this fight, you want to be respected because, he took 2 really bad L's last year that really changed his image in the fan base's eyes. The Bilal Muhammad loss, and then obviously the Gilbert Burns loss. Before the Gilbert Burns fight, I remember this like yesterday. Stephen Thompson is the guy to beat Kumar Usman. Stephen Thompson is the most difficult matchup for Kumar Usman. This, that. And I was one of the guys that might have believed it. I was like, you know what? I was also at the time a Kumar Usman hater. And I thought Stephen Thompson still had some takedown defense left in his arsenal. But we found out with the Gilbert Burns fight, which was a really competitive fight, actually, with all respect to Stephen Thompson. I didn't think he looked that bad in that fight. He got taken down and got controlled. But Bilal Muhammad went out there and put on a clinic against him and completely dominated, almost finished him in the first round, and looked really great against him. One of Bilal's, probably signature performances. Obviously the Brady fight, but this was truly impressive. What he did to Thompson. And yeah, man, he did his thing. Thompson, obviously he came back with the Kevin Holland performance, showed everyone he still got it. But Kevin Holland, I thought Holland did really good against JDM. I know some people might disagree with me. I actually thought he actually won. I scored it for Holland, but some people feel like Holland is just lower tier, welterweight kind of contender, nothing special. But Holland does have a win over Jeff Neal. Make of that what you want, but again, Kevin Holland is not the best of the division, but he was able to beat him and looked spectacular. His other wins have been Jeff Neal and Vicente Luque, Jorge Masvidal, Roy McDonald, Johnny Hendricks. I'm kind of going over his whole entire legacy. Jake Ellenberger, Robert Whitaker, some really great wins. But at the end of the day, we've seen him lose to Tyron Woodley, we've seen him lose to Darren Till, Anthony Pettis, Gilbert Burns, Bilal Muhammad, and here's the thing, Thompson can get a win streak going on, right? Sometimes he can get back in the win column, but it's always one of these big fights like this, these number 1 contender fights, these fights that matter, if it's title fights, that he kind of just drops the ball. And he's 40 years old, and I give the guy nothing but credit. I mean, he's always able to fucking figure out how to win and get back in these scenarios where he's in title winning scenarios or big fight scenarios where they could lead to title fight implications. But at the end of the day, he always finds a way to drop the ball. Shavkat Rakhmonov did scare me in the Jeff Neal fight. I did not like that he wasn't able to take him down when he should have been able to take him down. That was a strategy on how I thought he should have won. But he was able to compensate with the clinch, knees to the body in the clinch work, the dirty boxing. His defense looked way more improved, but I'm going to need to see Shavkat Rakhmonov really ground and pound this dude to death. I'm going to need to see him chain wrestle to death, and he's going to have to. Striking with Stephen Thompson is going to be dangerous. Not the fact that Stephen has some one-touch power, but Stephen knows how to win exchanges. He's one of the best. No matter how you feel about it, if you don't like Stephen Thompson, I get it. A lot of people don't anymore. He's still one of the best strikers in the division. He is just a fact. You just can't take that away from him. You could even argue he's still the best striker in the division. Just if everyone was forced just to strike, he would probably might be the best. But this is MMA, and you have to mix in some grappling, and I think Shavkat has the skill set for that. I'm going to be taking Shavkat by third round ground and pound TKO finish. I think Shavkat, I just don't think he's going to risk long exchanges on the feet with Thompson. I think he's going to get this fight to the ground. I think he's going to shoot relentlessly, and I think he's going to get his takedowns. And when he gets on the ground, I think Thompson's going to be tough first 2 rounds, but he is 40 fucking years old. All right, he is older, and Shavkat's 29. He's a younger man. I think eventually, things add up, and you can be tough for so long, but eventually you're going to get fucking finished. And Shavkat has some of the best ground and pound work, I think, in MMA in general, and I think he's going to smoke Stephen Thompson. I think that's just my quick breakdown in it. And I think Shavkat's ready for the championship. I think he is the dark horse. It would have been great to see him in Khamzat Chimaev Bumzat, but I've always said it. He is the more complete version of that guy. He is the better version of him. Shavkat is the truth. So I think Shavkat goes out there and takes care of business against Wonderboy. But it's a great fucking fight, though. I do love the fight. But yeah, can't wait for it. Hope you guys enjoyed my breakdown. Love y'all, and goodbye. It's your boy eBay, and I'm out.
I'm gonna go check that out. And hey, subscribe to eBay's Fight Prediction. Let's keep the eBay Fight Predictions Nation growing.